Keeping the Second Amendment intact is very important. There are several reasons why the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, is an important law. One reason is because so many sports revolve around the use of guns. Some sports like this are skeet shooting, rifle competitions, and hunting. Another reason is there are a lot of companies based right here in the United States that manufacture firearms. What would happen to them if a ban on firearms happened? The final reason is that some people argue that the Second Amendment was written in a different context due to the time period. This is slightly true, but for the most part, in the heart of the amendment, the reasoning behind it hasn't really changed over the years. Sports are a major leisure recreational activity for many people in this country. Shotguns are used in the sport of skeet shooting, and especially around this area that we live in, you can find many high schools that even promote a high school skeet shooting team where students are allowed to go out and shoot skeet and have fun and go to competitions in a safe environment, and can even make it to a national level of competition. Rifle competitions are sponsored throughout the country. The NRA, the National Rifle Association, holds a lot of these, and these competitions could even lead to the recruitment into a sniper program by the military. And of course, hunting. Firearms play a large part in the sport of hunting, and a large number of folks in this country hunt for more than just a sport, but also as a food source. In the United States alone, there are approximately 93 companies that manufacture firearms according to Wikipedia. At this point, our country is falling into a recession as it is already. People have already begun to lose their jobs in this country due to this fact. If firearms were to become unavailable in the United States, people in these companies will receive an even larger blow than the economy is already dealing to them. And if the companies were happen to go under, it would only add to the unemployment rate that the country is already seeing today. And a date coming up soon, December 15th, except in the year 1791, the original Bill of Rights was ratified to the Constitution according to the Bill of Rights transcript. The second of these amendments, of course, being that the right to bear arms. At the time of the amendment was originally added, it was meant to preserve and guarantee the pre-existing right to bear arms. It was meant as a protection precaution for the citizens of this new country according to Gunsight. While it does talk about militias, it is not limited only to that fact. Nowadays, it is just as important for one to have this right, and for the same reason the Founding Fathers meant for it to be, protection. The people of this country deserve the ability to have a firearm. Imagine, if you will, you are home alone, possibly with your family, one night, and you begin to hear something and you aren't sure what it is. You begin to get up to investigate, and you realize it's a robber. With no firearm or protection of your own, you have no means of intimidating or scaring this intruder, and have no means to stop them. If you had taken advantage of the Second Amendment, then perhaps that robber would have left, or if needed be in a worst case scenario, you could have actually defended yourself and or your family. While this does bring up the argument, well, if we banned guns, you wouldn't have to worry about the bad guys having a gun. This is entirely a lie. A gun ban would only take guns out of the hands of the law-abiding citizens that use them for protection or recreation or leisure. Making something illegal does not get rid of it. Just as drugs today are illegal. However, if someone wants to get a hold of them bad enough, they can figure out where to find them and get them. By placing a ban on guns, it is just giving the upper hand to the people that give a bad name to the Second Amendment.